Hello. Bad news, I'm afraid, if you enjoy eating a full English breakfast. The World Health Organization has finally said what we probably knew anyway, but it's now become official. Bacon and sausage is bad for you. Those staples of the full English breakfast and every other cured or processed meat, such as ham, salami and burgers, can cause cancer. In fact, the WHO has declared that these meats are as bad for you as smoking and alcohol consumption. Apparently, there's enough evidence for these meats to be ranked as Group 1 carcinogens because of the causal link with bowel cancer. So in this talk I'll explain why and how much is a safe amount of processed or cured meat to eat, and consider the response of the meat industry to this news. So as I just mentioned, the WHO claims that processed meats such as bacon, ham, burgers and hot dogs are so bad for you that they have been classified as Class 1 carcinogens. Let's look then at what a carcinogen is. Well, a carcinogen is anything that is directly involved in causing cancer. Other categories of carcinogen that are used by health experts are Group 2A, which is probably carcinogenic, 2B, possibly carcinogenic, and Group 3, unclassifiable, meaning they don't know if it is or if it isn't dangerous. And finally Group 4, which is probably not carcinogenic. Now Group 1 has some, well, seriously nasty substances in it. The fumes from diesel-powered cars, formaldehyde, plutonium, and many other chemicals and substances I've never heard of and can't pronounce. They're all in that group. So, yeah, bacon and sausage, as bad for you as sniffing the fumes from a diesel-powered car or handling plutonium. Behind the headlines, however, is the real story, so I should not leave you crying into your breakfast or your ham sandwich lunch without going into more details. Experts at the IARC, which stands for the International Agency for the International Agency for Research on Cancer, which is a part of the WHO, say that a 50 gram per day portion of processed meat increases the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. Colorectal is also known more commonly as bowel cancer or colon cancer. Hence, it's a cancer in the area of our body that deals with our waste products. Now, 50 grams of processed meat a day is 350 grams per week. So let's look at what is a dangerous amount of processed meat to eat. Well, a burger often comes as a quarter pounder. For example, the McDonald's quarter pounder is a 4.25 ounce burger before cooking, or in grams, that's 120.5. Now, after cooking, the weight of the burger falls by about 30%, so 85 grams. An average sausage weighs about 60 grams before cooking. When cooked, that goes down by about 20%, so a cooked sausage weighs about 48 grams. So what can we conclude from that? Well, if you eat a burger every day, or eat an English breakfast every day, you will probably consume enough processed meat to give you that 18% higher chance of developing bowel cancer. Heaven forbid that you eat more than one burger a day, or go for the full English breakfast and a burger every day of the week. Let's think about the typical person. The typical person, I guess at least, eats a burger maybe once a week or less than that. Certainly I don't eat burgers every day, not even every week. I don't particularly enjoy a Big Mac nowadays, so I can't imagine enjoying that sort of food in those sorts of quantities. Some people do, however, consume a lot more burgers and sausages and such like than a typical person. My guess is, though, that their health problems are far more immediate than an 18% increased risk of bowel cancer. If you're the type of person who eats burgers most days, obesity, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, these are surely more pressing issues for those who consume excessive amounts of these processed meats. Now, the meat industry, fairly obviously, was not very happy about the WHO report and rejected any comparison between cigarette smoking, alcohol consumption and meat eating. No surprise there, but it is a fact that diet and lifestyle related illnesses now cost the health services around the world, and quite a lot in the UK. They cost those services more than smoking related diseases. So I think the WHO is probably right to flag this up as an issue. But as I said, these more pressing issues like obesity and high blood pressure are probably more important than the bowel cancer. I suppose the old adage about everything in moderation once again rings true. More fish instead of meat seems like a sensible idea. So there you go, that's my good advice for the day. Thank you very much.